Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the third annual Red Fox Showcase. Our first game of the afternoon features the Lakewood High School versus Trinity Collegiate School boys varsity. I am Big Cliff, Carolina Sports Talk. Sitting alongside my guy, Brandon Pearson, also fellow Crux Media member. How you doing today, Brandon?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Now, we are excited for today's matchups. We've got some really good lineups. Starting off with the first game here with Trinity coming out of the gate already. Seeming like they're going to have some good ball, man. What are you looking forward to out of this first matchup for today?
I always look out for the same things every year. Highlights. I want to see some dunks. I want to see some flashy passes. Some hee-hee. I want to see a little bit of that.
A little razzle-dazzle, if you will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I've had the privilege to have been witness to some really good high school basketball so far this season. It's number 24 for Trinity Collegiate, misses out wide a little bit. But, yeah, just been able to see some really good ball this year. And looking to see some defense. I think with the high school players this year, offensive, of course, is always the pinnacle, but those who are looking to make some long-term runs and long-term run into the postseason and possibly to a state championship, they're definitely going to have to be able to display some defense. And so I'm looking forward to seeing that, to see how they communicate on both sides of the ball, but again, specifically defensively, to be able to hold their teams in positions to be successful, not just for today's matchups, but long-term and building moving forward as well.
Yes. It's a mouthful, Big Cliff. Ooh, got an errant pass here, out of bounds.
Out of bounds, heading backside down to Lakewood. It's a privilege to be out here in beautiful Hartsville, South Carolina, home of the Red Foxes. As we mentioned again with the third annual Red Fox Showcase. As we've got number 1, Andres Ross, bringing it up. Ooh, and a nice little jumper by Cisse, pardon. The 6-foot sophomore point guard.
A young Cedric. I don't see a lot of Cedrics.
And number 20 shot, Michael Gregory's just rims out. 6'4" senior.
Cedric bringing it up.
And just as I mentioned, one of the things that's allowing what appears Lakewood, as we see, even though he missed the shot, Cisse again has that opportunity. Trinity doesn't seem to be talking defensively, but again, a fast break on the other side. Christian Miles is able to go ahead and get the points in. Defense is going to be essential. We see as the score is tied right now. Everybody's eager to get some fast break points. We'll see if if Lakewood can stop Trinity on those fast breaks opportunities. Travel.
That's one.
Now, we before the broadcast began, we had the opportunity to have a little interaction with our referees, who happens to be the same squad that was out here last year with us. They came over to us and asked us if we were the guys from last year and just wanted to make sure, and then ended up saying, hey, you guys called all those travels. It's like, no, y'all called all the travels.
Yeah.
But that was simply because the guys were traveling. Fundamental basketball essentially kind of dictates that you minimize the turnovers, and so we'll see if the guys are able to do that. Ooh, with the reverse.
Listen, who is that? Let's see.
Number 4, Layden Newman. Oh, excuse me, we've got some number changes. Jai Thomas.
Jai Thomas, in the same vein as former Bulls player Khalid Alameen.
Okay, you're tugging the bag for that one.
Yeah, you know.
With the lay-in contact but no call for number 3.
After my own heart, you know. When I see a guy with a little bit more girth on the court.
Little big body.
Yeah. You know,
okay.
It's dear to my heart. And he has the footwork and the fancy moves. So.
To be an effective big at any level, you got to have the footwork.
Yeah, you got to have footwork.
Got to have the footwork. And it seems like he does this time as well. It appears that early on, as we have our first break of the game, 6-6, that Cisse is coming to play today. So far, scoring 4 of the 6 points for the Lakewood Gators. So we'll see if he's able to continue this momentum and carry on. But again, we've got some really great matchups the rest of the day, including Wilson High School, man. I know you're familiar with them here in the area. Have you had a chance to check out any of their games so far this year?
Not so far this year, but, you know, they're the defending 4A state champions. So, sure to be a good game with them as the premier game today.
Yeah, outstanding. Now, again, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, we had opportunity to see some really good games, including last night's matchup between Rock Hill Bearcats, who are the women's 4A defending state champs, taking on the South Point. Ooh, good move. The South Point Stallions, who themselves are having a stellar season, undefeated currently, including beating that defending state champ last night. For the three, just missed it short. Coming back the other side. But watching that matchup, it's amazing how teams can change so much from year to year. You know, the attrition in high school and college is it's a real thing, and that's overcoming. We do wish Rock Hill the best season as they continue to kind of grow into the team that they're going to be moving forward also. So we've got them communicating. Deep three for number 2. Misses it just short, Baxter does.
Even here with this team, with the Trinity team, it's some a lot of new faces.
Checking in for Lakewood.
Definitely.
Cedric Cisse.
One of our favorite guys from Trinity.
The detective. Yeah, he's out there over at Coker College. We wish them the best of season as well. Hopefully we can get opportunity to go get some coverage on him with Carolina Sports Talk. I know we did so when he traveled internationally and played for his national team, Ireland national team, over in the FIBA tournament this past summer. So definitely wishing him the best as well. It's amazing to see so many of the youth here as we got a turnover out of bounds. Staying down on this side, actually. Just to see the talent of these young adults and young men and women kind of coming out here on display and see how much they grow from year to year, from game to game even, with learning the fundamentals, to being able to see what their games are missing and to implement those increases and just kind of get to be better players. It's a privilege to be able to witness and behold.
Trinity is a 30-second timeout.
While we are got about 15 seconds left on this timeout, we do want to thank our chief sponsor of the day, Crux Media. For all of your podcasting needs, check out Crux Media online, available to be reached on all social media platforms, as well as you can check us out. Just do a Google search, Crux Media Group LLC. We're back to the action. We're tied 6-6 between Trinity and Lakewood in our first matchup in the 3rd annual Red Fox Showcase. The 3 is good.
Jay Thomas.
3-point basket.
The 6'1" guard, junior. Now, as a defender, over here messing with the referees. Instead of the scorer's table, he's coming to us over here at the media table.
His first
A little moving screen action. It was a close call. It was a great call. Wonderful call.
Travel is the call.
He put up the 2, the referee. That's the second one.
Now we know that they're keeping a tally as well.
Absolutely,
Something that's planted in their mind. But again, fundamentally, it's a part of the game that you have to got to remove out of your game if you want to elevate to the next level. If you just want to be an okay player, then the turnovers aren't something that you want to be mindful of. But if you want to raise to that next level of greatness, as we got a jump step, drop step, not able to hold the ball. Good defense over there on Trinity's behalf.
Jump ball. Trinity ball.
Trinity.
A lot of that stuff, though, it comes from watching the pros, and the pros don't get called on it.
Exactly.
So you do it in the playground and
expect that it's okay just because, habit. We've heard the old adage that practice makes perfect. No, practice makes permanent. The things that you do regularly, things as we have an air ball 3, the things that happen that you do regularly are what's ingrained in kind of a part of what your game is. And so if you practice those things, it's going to show out when you get into game time as well.
Another turnover.
They're realizing they're trying to get the ball into number 24 for Lakewood, Squirewell, their big 6'6" senior. And each time that he gets the ball down low, he's being collapsed and met by 2 and 3 defenders. And so as we see, coach is kind of getting him out to get a breather. Maybe they'll go a little bit more perimeter with their game plan moving forward. 1:37 left in the first quarter, score 9-6. Got a little contact there on that one.
Foul is on Davion Baxter, his first, team's second. Jay Thomas to
As
the
you hear the
line.
announcer letting us know, that was Baxter's first. And they're sending Baxter to the line. Or Jay Thomas.
Thomas to the line. Yeah. Ooh, misses the first one.
Now, as a defender, you being a ball player yourself, are you primarily making eye contact? Are you watching the ball when you're out in the perimeter like that on a defender?
Hips don't
Jump
matter.
ball.
So you're looking more towards the
Yeah, I
hips.
watch the waist.
Okay.
Because you can watch the shoulders, they'll do a little something. You watch the eyes, they're looking away. Definitely don't look at their feet. But I always watch the hip. Even as in all sports, football also, I watch the hips.
Definitely. Coming down to the end of the first quarter. Got about 30 seconds left in the game. Excuse me, in the quarter.
They're running some sort of trap. Oh, nice screen.
Yeah. Gotta hit those. Pay that out. Got a battle for the ball down low. And a turnover. Got a foul on the floor.
Sending Jamal Baxter to the line.
Foul is on Patterson, his first, team's first. Jamal Baxter to the line, shooting 2.
He misses the first.
Got about 7 seconds left. Let's see what they're able to do with it. Not aware of the foul. Pulls up for the 3. Misses it short. And so at the end of 1, we've got a score of Trinity Collegiate 9, Lakewood 7. We will be right back to you in just 1 minute for the start of the second quarter.
After
And we're back for the start of the second quarter. Inbounds from Landon Wilson. And number 5, Jaden Gerald. Screen for Wilson, loses his footing. And we got a foul.
Even in that scrum just now, one of the things that you can see evident in the start of the second quarter, the guys seem to be communicating more on the Trinity side of the ball here. And I'd love to see that continue on so that they can put themselves and their teammates in the best position to be able to get some success. So definitely glad to see that and look forward to seeing a little bit more. We'll see if Lakewood is able to do the same on the defensive side. Simple mistakes, man. Got to keep your head in the game.
Over back.
For Trinity, number 1, Christian Miles.
Quickly subbed out by for number 1, Christian Miles.
Now, where do you stand on that, Brendan? If player makes a mistake like that, are you going to give him a chance to kind of work through and push through and continue to kind of get to that next level, or are you going to take him out, let him think about it for a moment, catch a breather, and then come on back?
Depends on how good that player is.
Okay. As we're taking a big 3.
3-point basket by Antrez Ross.
Antrez Ross with the 3. And a rebound by Cedric Sese. Cedric the Entertainer is what we'll call him.
There we go. You talked about the detective, man. It's dope to be able to give these young adults some nicknames that they kind of stick with. So let's see if we can make Ced the Entertainer kind of ride.
Yeah, that's yeah.
One of the things I like to see that when you talked about 15 Lambert coming out of the game just a moment ago, as soon as he went out, Coach was right there alongside of him, coaching him up, talking to him. I don't know if it was rather big 3 coming. Misses it high. But Coach started coaching him up to see. I don't know if it was to get him ready for the next play or if it was so much more for that mistake, but instantly, as soon as he went to the bench, being coached up. So I love to see that to get that growth.
And we had out of bounds on that missed shot. And Trez Ross bringing it up court for Lakewood. Over to Cedric. Back to Ross. Cedric with the drive and the floater.
Pretty bucket.
Cedric Cisse with the shot. Ooh. Landon Wilson with the 3.
Trinity, number 4, Jai Thomas.
So say, continuing on with that
Lakewood, number 10, Zion
dominant performance so far, 6 of the 12 points for the Lakewood Gators.
Landon Wilson bringing it up court. Oh,
good. McCross lets it fly.
Rebound by Ross. Up to Sese. With the finish. Cedric Sese with another layup. And the steal. And the finish.
And the bucket.
Cedric Sese.
Coming alive here in the second quarter, ready to take this one over.
My player is ranked at probably a 95.
Got a 95 my player rating?
Yes. And he goes to the line.
Cedric Cisse to the line, shooting the and 1.
Go White, mixed up.
And he converts. And 1. Jay Thomas bringing it up court. And we got a foul.
Got a foul.
Number 3, Cedric Sese.
Foul is on Cedric Cisse, his first, team's 4th. Basket by
Wilson
Michael Gregory.
to Gregory.
Go, D.
Gotta be ready. Number 11, Tajalik Isaac. Hands weren't quite ready for it yet, but luckily bounced off a Trinity player going out of bounds.
And Trez Ross on the drive. Ooh. And Trez Ross with the double dribble. Or discontinuation, whatever they want to call it.
Go, Titans.
Jay Thomas bringing it up court. Over to Michael Gregory. Landon Wilson with the long three. And a miss.
Open three. Knocks it
Kevion
down.
Baxter.
Point basket by Kevion Baxter.
Landon Wilson walks it up court. Over to Michael Gregory.
Good deflection. I'm loving.
Still by Trez Ross.
Loving the pace that they're playing with. Ooh, throws up a desperation shot. I think he thought he was going to get a little deflection there or get a foul call. That was probably should have been a foul call there.
Very fast-paced basketball as Trez Ross over to Cedric Cisse with the miss.
Cisse actually being the second leading scorer of the squad for the year so far with about 14.9 points per game. Squirewell is normally their leading scorer as he gets ready to check back in, so he's over at just under 19 points per clip. So we'll see if that breather can get him rolling and get him moving a little bit more to get back in his true offensive form.
Foul, Michael Gregory.
And that's to be expected. Right back to the big man and pays off in the hole down low.
Foul is on Christian Miles. His second,
Christian
team's
Miles.
third. Miles Squirewell to the line, shooting 2.
Guess I had to give it to somebody. It's got hammered.
Checking in for
This is the
Lakewood,
first
number 5,
free throw.
Jamal Baxter.
And he makes the second.
Let's go, Titans.
Jay Thomas brings it up. Over to Jaden Gerald. Jael Preston. Back to Jael.
Pay off. Good ball movement by Trinity on that possession. As they sit currently 3-3 on the season.
Good day, good day.
And then lost a tough one last night to Wilson Hall. Good lay-in.
Basket by
Jay Thomas with the layup. Seems like Lakewood is trying to force the ball in to Miles Squirewell.
And that's the thing. When your marquee player, as he pulls up and misses, when he has a bad game, it throws the rhythm off to everybody else. At what point would you say a coach would kind of want to, not want to say abandon, but redirect? Big three there.
3-point basket
Jaden
by
Gerald.
Jaden Gerald.
Three.
Causing the timeout as the score is tied with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter. But to kind of complete that thought for you, at what point do you as a coach, or would you kind of want to continue to feed that ball down to your marquee player to try to get him going? Maybe hopefully, as you saw just a few moments ago, get him a couple of shots from the free throw line to be able to see the ball go in and get that momentum moving? And then when do you pivot to try to say, okay, it's just not here working today, let's try something else and get somebody else, maybe like a Sase, to get going and move on to another type of game plan?
Well, like you said, you have a Cisse. He's scoring a lot of baskets for your team, so you can kind of pivot and go through him and let young Miles let the game come to him, not force it. You got to tell your other players not to force it on team. Also,
yeah, it's definitely something to be mindful of. We know that much like the professional level, when these players play back-to-back games or have multiple games, it oftentimes is not only physically tiring, but it can also be mentally tiring. We know this Lakewood squad had a tough-fought battle last night at home, taking a win against Camden. Final score 59-42. So not sure how much of that is playing into the performances this morning, but definitely looking to see where they're able to kind of push and move this thing forward. So we've got about 2:14 left in the first half.
there they are again trying to get it to Squire well, and he's triple teamed. Still puts the shot up.
Can't get it to fall, but
And he gets fouled.
heading to the line, shooting two. Oh, they called it 3 seconds.
Checking in for Lakewood.
Now, I will say that I've seen, even though he was still triple teamed, it seems like this Trinity team has seen the scouting report. And anywhere he is, whether he's down low, if he's out on the wing, they are seeing him and double and triple teaming him to prevent him from getting going. So kudos to the Trinity team for their defense so far.
Yeah, you got to give it up for Michael Gregory. He's doing a good job down low. On the post, on the
Bigger defender, yeah.
yeah.
Out of bounds, staying down here with Trinity.
Let's go, Titans.
Travel.
Wow.
Is that the third one so far?
3 travels.
Go, defense.
Okay, what's your over under? We're at 3.
We're at 3
1
with
minute and 20 seconds left in the first half.
5 games on the slate today.
Well, just for this game.
For this game, so
We'll
far,
make it easy for
big
you.
3. Misses it outright.
Good rebound by Gregory. Thomas brings it up. Over to Gerald.
Got away with a little push off there, but
Rebound.
I'm loving the pace of the Lakewood Gators, man. As soon as they get the ball, they are moving, they're pushing. I think they understand that if they can get things rolling quickly and don't give Trinity the chance to set up on the defensive side, that they're going to be able to move forward. And so loving that pace and seeing if that's going to pay off for them. But if I'm giving an over-under, I'm gonna go with, although we're on the live side right now at 3, I'm going to go 10.
You gonna go 10 for this game?
For this game.
Ooh,
Double digits.
I'm going 7.
7, okay.
I think that the teams will tighten it up
In the second half?
in the second half. Yeah, I'm going 7. I'm not going 10.
Got a foul down low.
Foul is on Miles Squirewell, his first, team's 5th.
Squirewell's first and 5th on the team. Not into the bonus just yet.
Inbound to Wilson. Wilson with the quick shot. Now we're off to the races.
They've got the numbers.
Cisse.
Follow through.
Cisse. Cedric Cisse. The layup.
Said the entertainer. Here to play today. Good hands. Good hands. Quick recovery by Trinity.
Ooh, Michael Gregory
Basket
with the
Michael Gregory.
it's right there. You got to hit. Those are hard shots.
Very much so.
From the side like that, that's a hard shot.
The visibility difference, absolutely.
I can't count how many air balls I've shot from right there. And then we got him. That's 4. That's 4. He did. He walked. He traveled.
He did.
I'm with you guys.
It's funny now because I know that that's planted in the minds of our officials for the day. And so they, along with us.
And I had forgotten about it. Until they said it.
Exactly. Until they said something just before the game. So at the half in our first matchup, we've got a tied score 23-23 with Trinity Collegiate up against the Lakewood Gators. We'll be back with you at the start of the second half for more action. 3rd Annual Red Fox Showcase. And we are back with second half action. Our first matchup of the afternoon, Trinity Collegiate School boys varsity team versus the Lakewood High School Gators. It's your man, Big Cliff, host of Carolina Sports Talk, alongside Brandon Pearson, Crux Media. Brandon, first half, we pretty clean, well defensed, as I kind of said was one of my keys to the game. Second half, what do you think, what adjustments need to be made? Let's start off on the Lakewood offensive side. What adjustments do you think they need to make, as we got a foul early on?
I think they need to go through Cedric Cisse as opposed to trying to go through Miles Squirewell. And just let the game come to him. Let him get it off the offensive glass and things like that.
And defensively, we talked about it, how Trinity has been being attentive and kind of limiting him from his 18.9 per point season average so far. What do you think they need to do to continue that defensive pressure and to continue their momentum on the defensive side?
As far as Trinity?
Yes.
They're doing pretty good. The double teams is working. He seems to be a little more frustrated. I think they really should try to figure out a way to calm down Cedric Cisse.
Okay. Now, as we come back here, we see, as I was just getting ready to ask, even on this side, even though we're coming back, we see that Trinity's come out with a little bit more pace themselves offensively. Ooh, good drop off and the follow through. So it seems like whatever coach spoke into his ear during the half may have been working out, but Trinity on this first offensive possession, first two actually, have come through with some momentum and a little bit more pace, as we've got Squirewell heading to the line to complete the three-point play. What are the keys for Lakewood defensively to try to maintain and continue to stop and or limit Trinity offensively?
Trinity has been doing a real good job of spreading the ball around. A lot of movement with the ball. They haven't. To me, everyone is pretty much contributing. A lot of good passes.
Good idea.
Not too much one-on-one with them, so be a little harder for them. I think maybe implement a couple of traps, things of that nature to kind of slow them down.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Trinity has been moving the ball around with no player with more than three, and that one person being with three, Jay Thomas, number 2. Everyone else with just about 1 to 2 baskets. So definitely look to see them continue to move that ball around as we move forward. Some of your point leaders from the first half on the Lakewood side, as we mentioned, we've got our guy Cedric Cisse leading the way with 6 points. With 12 points, 6 field goal attempts, 6 field goals rather, as we continue on into the action. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Squirewell is coming out hot, and we see this timeout on the floor to kind of stop that. The very same things that you just said, seems like the coaches either were hearing you or they decided that's what they wanted to do, but they've come out and continued that focus rather on Squirewell as he's gotten moved forward just a little bit more. So we are going to see how that goes. We've got about 22 seconds left in this timeout, and so we'll be right back with you in just one moment. As we are back in the action, we see that Lakewood has increased their trap to a full court.
They've been listening to me. What did I say just now? Hey,
Put the pressure on it.
And I just want to let everybody listening at home know that I just guessed that. It was a guess.
It was just a logical
do
deduction.
Do a trap. And they're coming out trapping. So shout out to Young Jeezy.
It's
T.I. also.
all the trap legends out in the game. All right, Preston hits the first. Now, last year we had an opportunity to have a game within the game, if you would, in analyzing the shoe game.
I knew it. as he got to the line, I said, "Oh, he has on the balls."
Yeah.
Yeah, got on the balls.
Pause.
The mismatch.
Are you a fan of the mismatch shoes? I know Jordan came out with some. Ooh, good pass.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, the rock.
Squirewell gets it down. You can see he's heating up and getting more aggressive.
Yeah. I don't know about on the court. I like uniformity.
I too am a fan.
But nice fundamental layup.
Michael Gregory with the 2 points there. 3-point attempt.
Kavion Baxter knocks it down for the tray ball.
Seeing a little uptick in offensive scoring here.
Yeah. Lakewood seems like they want to pull away and run away with this thing.
Absolutely. After being tied, good hustle.
Good hustle.
Just missed it short.
Dennis Rodman would be proud.
After coming in from the half tied, we got a score with 4:51 left in the game. Lakewood 36 and Trinity 27. But yeah, I too am a fan of the uniformity. I don't know what it is. It's just a crisp look, specifically in high school. And I would even translate it into college. Pro's a little bit different, of course. But I love to see the uniformity of one sneaker with all the team, with all the players on the team.
Ooh, those look like some of my work right there. He missed that layup. I'm notorious for missing the easy layup.
Now, what is it about an easy one as opposed to a contested one that makes you?
You're supposed to make it. So you're supposed to make it. Now there's added pressure.
Pressure burst pipes.
Yeah.
As we have good ball movement over here by Trinity. Oh, with the underhanded lay, misses it shortly. Does Gerald. And in true fashion, the Gators come down on the other side and bank it in. Antron Ross with the 2 points. And then coming back, we just talked about it just a moment ago, but Trinity definitely seems to be playing with a little bit more pace as they take it down in the middle. Good form, misses it short. Catches the rebound. Ooh, underneath and in. Number 20, Michael Gregory. The 6'4" senior seems to be kind of getting into his game, feeling the momentum a little bit as he is moving forward. Got some good ball movement by the Gators down low. And the jam. Number 24, Miles Squirewell. The young man is definitely heating up and getting into his game. We've got 3:29 left in the third quarter. Score currently, Lakewood 40, Trinity 29. So you say you wanted to see the jam, and there you go.
Yeah, I got it.
And you got it.
Squirewell.
Leading scorer for the Lakewood Gators.
Oh, he's the leading scorer now. Well, not this game.
Well, season-wise, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Foul is on Cedric Cisse, his second, team's third.
He says
Garrett
Cisse.
Lambert going to the line, shooting 2.
Lambert at the line with one more shot.
Another thing about the uniformity. Growing up, in the NBA especially, white was home, color was away.
Basket by Jaden Gerald.
Definitely.
No double dark colored playing.
White and gray and all that. Yeah.
I know, blue and red playing against each other. Just home and away. White and dark. Unless you're the Lakers.
Yes.
And they wear the yellow.
Exactly. Or gold if you want to be specific about it.
Sound
Good.
Ooh,
No, look.
He hit him with the hee-hee.
And now I know the reference.
I'll have to show you that video in between games.
Say no more. I look forward to it. Interesting to see the
That was
almost Mr. Follow.
If he would have made that, I would have jumped up. And I'm supposed to be non-partial. Non-biased. Yeah, non-partial.
See, we're here for good basketball, and that's one of the things that I think is okay for everybody to celebrate is the good high level of basketball play, and it's definitely some on display in our first matchup here. We know we've got some really great matchups coming for the rest of the afternoon, so definitely excited for these games and this as well.
Oh,
Travel.
That's 5.
It's often, I'll say it's interesting to see the interaction with the referees and the fans in the stands as they begin to voice their opinions and talk about everything that they see and how they feel it ought to be, but the rest got to maintain their focus, if you would. I've seen some refs who will give a little glance and a grin. Some will give a scowl, and most who'll just completely ignore. But shout out to all the referees. If you are interested in becoming a referee, I know there is a ref shortage right now. Go online and just do a Google search on how you can be a part of the game that you may love.
Yeah.
Become a referee. Quick release on the shooter, and he is fouled.
Is that a 3-point shot?
It doesn't appear that
He
he's
gets
behind the
3.
line. They're
Yep.
giving him the
Fouls
3.
on Jamal Baxter.
So sending Lambert back to the line.
Team's fourth.
Opportunity to be able to close this 11-point lead some.
There was a time when you still would only get 2 shots for that, wasn't it?
A while back, yeah.
Yeah. That's showing my age. Back in
was
my
just
day,
gonna say,
everything counted for 2 points.
Exactly. I remember before my time, naturally, but I remember there wasn't a 3-point line, and then how it's extended for college levels and then for the pros as well. Connects on the first 2.
Something else too, playing the game of 21. You make your basket, and you get 3 free throws if you can make them. I can hit 2. Sometimes I couldn't get that third one.
That third one. So I'm seeing a recurring theme here. The pressure with you seems to be a little bit of a thing, huh?
No, because that's not pressure. That's easy. The easy stuff is,
And that's what I'm saying. The pressure of the expectation of what you should do. Easy layups, easy free throws.
But when the clock winding down and it's a tough shot or a hard play,
you get that Kobe gene.
No.
See, we're not going to do this.
No,
we are not going to do this.
Gene. Sorry.
For those listeners who may not know, if you don't check out Carolina Sports Talk, my guy Brandon is, I don't want to call him a hater, but he's not a believer
I'm a realist.
of Kobe.
I'm a Kobe truther.
You're a Kobe real hater.
I'm a Kobe truther.
So for the listeners, so that they can understand your stance, is Kobe Bean Bryant a top 10 all-time NBA player?
He's no.
As number 5, Jaden Gerald gets that in. We've got less than a minute coming in. So you say he is not a top 10 player?
No.
Is Bill Russell a top 10 player in the NBA?
Yes.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all you need to know coming from Brandon.
You don't think Bill Russell is a top 10 player?
I do not think that Bill Russell is a top 10 player in the history of the National Basketball Association.
Where does Larry Bird and Magic Johnson fall in your top 10
I do not like Larry Bird, but I will give him the respect of saying that he is a top 10 player, I think if I'm not mistaken, I have him ranked as the number 8 in my list that we just debuted on Carolina Sports Talk. But I respect him as who he is because of his abilities, because of the competition that he played against, because of the skill level that he possessed. Bill Russell was not a skilled player. He was a big player that was bigger than everybody else during the time. Shaq was a skilled player who was more dominant than dominant players. Bill Russell was more dominant than milkmen and smaller guys who just weren't at nowhere near. Shaq was a different thing, and then he even developed a level of skill, the footwork that he possessed. Later in his career, as he wanted to be a shooter, although he couldn't hit free throws to save his life, he became a skilled big man who was dominant amongst other dominant individuals. If you look at Bill Russell's resume, the number of teams that he played against in the National Basketball Association was 8.
Is that his fault?
We're not going to argue fault, but we will argue ability, and that's why
the talent pool is smaller. So, like now, the talent pool is so many teams
that it takes more to be able to stand out. He stood out in a big fish in a little pond. That's why I will not have him in my top 10. Do I negate him for being a great player for his era? Absolutely not. But with regards to the top 10 of all time, he's not on the level of competition or of the level of skill for those other ones, and that's why I won't put him in the top 10.
Bill Russell, if he played right now, would score 28 and 8.
We had one.
You had one. Right here.
Yeah, we had one right here. So we had 5. We out here communicating with the referees, keeping account. So everybody's keeping everybody honest out here. But yeah, no. Bill Russell in today's NBA,
28.
Sir, you
4
are mistaken. Bill Russell would honestly be Kwame Brown in today's NBA.
Don't let Kwame hear you say that.
Right.
Gregory.
With the big block, Squirewell.
Chase down.
Yeah, LeBron
Chase down
style.
badge is on. Yeah, he's shooting that.
Travel. Now we at 6. Looking ever closer to this 10.
It's fun. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's all about. We appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. I am Big Cliff once again, sitting alongside Brandon Pearson at the 3rd annual Red Fox Showcase in Hartsville, South Carolina, home of the Red Foxes. Got a matchup with just about 7 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Current score, Lakewood 44, Trinity 37.
Landon wants the ball.
5 seconds. There we go. Good defense.
Landon Newman, he wanted that ball just now.
He absolutely did. That hunger, that drive is what's going to take and elevate good players to great.
They wouldn't pass it to him, though. He wanted it so bad, he was in the way.
It's like, give me the ball. Now, again, one of the things we talked about having played the night before, these guys are mentally tired. Ooh, we got a little contact here. They're letting them play through. Baxter up on Sase. Travel. We are at your 7. I'm thinking that we're going to quickly approach that 10 that I was talking about.
I think, you might be right. We heard it from the fans. He walked, and then we heard a whistle. Oh, she was right.
How about that? They get one. Big 3.
3-point basket by
Number 5, Jaden Gerald. Big man with the quick feet.
Or Gerald.
Which one do you think it is? Gerald? Well,
Definitely Gerald.
I'm not even going to ask why you think so. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Or as some might say, Gerald.
Gerald. Passed it. He passed it a little too late, and that's what happens when you pass it late. Gerald with the ball. Landon Wilson. Settle him down. You're only down by 4. No need to rush. You got 6 minutes left, a little under 6 minutes left. Another foul. Oh, no. Offensive?
Count the basket.
Oh, no. Okay, they gave him the basket. Okay.
By Jay Thomas. That was on Miles Squirewell, his third, team's fourth. Jay Thomas to the line. Shooting.
And just like that 12-point lead that once was has gone away. Lakewood came out quick and fast in the second half, but throughout the third and fourth quarter, they've kind of diminished that lead. And it's down to 1.
1 point. You don't need to rush. You got a lot of time.
And just like that, just like you said, with this point, having gone fast so much of the game, we're seeing now that Trinity's begun to move up a little bit with the trap, and Lakewood has slowed it down. Squirewell missed it long a little, but you saw that in that set, prior to that quick shot, they were slowing it down. Squirewell with the foul. Although he missed him with the hands, looks like he got a little bit more of the body up into him.
Foul is on Miles Squirewell, his fourth.
That's his fourth, so high school, they foul out at 5.
Jay Thomas to the line.
Wants to make sure that he's careful. And now, with that, knowing that he's got 4 with 5 minutes left in the game, how do you think that's going to defensively alter how he approaches and what he's going to be doing?
It won't.
You don't think so?
No.
If you notice, I will say this. I did notice that even prior to the second chance shot, when he went up, he didn't swat at it like he did with the previous block. I think in his mind, he knew he had that 3. So it'll be interesting to see if he's as physical defensively as he has been moving forward. I do notice that they've taken him out to the wing. Good hands by number 5.
Ooh.
And Baxter hits the deck.
And so now they're rushing.
They saw that lead go away, and now they're realizing that they're down. It does feel like they're pressing a little bit.
And it's only 1 point.
And that's it exactly. If anything, I would love to see a timeout from Lakewood or somebody on that side of the ball to kind of communicate it and say, hey, fellas, it's just 1 point. Let's slow down.
Well, I mean, you
and play
can't
our
call
games.
a timeout when you're texting on your phone. Shout out to coach in the Oregon Fives.
Shoes is hard, though. I think we might have asked you this last year, but favorite all-time sneaker?
The Jordan 6.
Any particular colorway or just all of them?
So my holy grail used to be the Carmine 6s. But now I have 2 pair. So just any of the 6s that came out while
Count the basket
Jordan
by
was
Miles
playing.
Squirewell.
I don't do the... Ooh, I started to say something that I could only say on my show. But I don't do the crazy colorways.
Yeah.
Got a lot of black and red shoes in my closet. I'll just say that.
And it's funny, with as sneakerheads as we've got Squirewell headed to the line to complete 3-point play, sneakerheads oftentimes have that opportunity to realize that you got a lot of sneakers and you see your clothes start to reflect it. I didn't realize until I saw how much black and red I had in my closet, because being a Jordan fan, you oftentimes have so many of them. Yeah, and after his slow start, Squirewell has picked it up just over his season average of 19. He's now at 20 points with that conversion at the line.
Nice move.
Nice move.
Nice move by Gregory.
Yes, sir. It's good to see the Trinity stacks up and stocks up on those fundamental players who kind of like the detective. Ooh, just missed it. Who are going to come and pick their spot, pick up and shoot.
See the 3.
Beat the 3.
3-point basket by Tavion.
Baxter out there with the conversion on that 3. With just under 4 minutes, it's a 2-point game.
And they've taken the lead.
Now, I would love to see Trinity slow down, use a little bit more clock, play methodically, and if possible, get to the free-point line. Travel. 8 for the game. And just like that, I see the coach settle your guys down. I love to see this. Some are a fan, like if you think about your it's kind of like your Phil Jacksons of the world, where you let your players play through it. Some are just under the belief that, hey, y'all will figure it out on the court. Even though it feels like that momentum is starting to swing, y'all play through it, work it out. I am under the belief that if you have that opportunity, you've got the timeouts, and strategically it fits, call a timeout. Settle your team in. make sure that everybody knows their assignments, be specific, and align them and help them get in position to be the most successful. What are your thoughts on that?
There's no timeout in life. You got to fight through it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my philosophy.
Brought to you by Brandon Pearson.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless it's something like egregious that a person is doing. I got to get a player out or he's, tired or something. I wouldn't call it a timeout.
See, and I could see both schools of thought. But again, at this level, with high school, so much of what is going on here is fundamentally, yes, the majority of these young men have been playing this game all of their lives. But as a coach, you're pouring into them fundamentally the skills and the skill set necessary for them to elevate and continue to grow and be the best players that they can if they're looking to go on to collegiate play and or to play professionally. And so I absolutely want to take that time to instill as much as I can in them to ensure that we are all on the one accord. And if you look at it coming out of that timeout defensively, look at the communication, look at the movement, look at the activity that Trinity has. And although we got to reach in just now by number 3, Landon Wilson, they are still very active. They're communicating and they're talking, and I love to see that defensively, especially in a close game this late. Gregory's got the assignment of sticking with Squirewell, and let's see how he's able to do. He's 5 seconds. Defense.
Very good start of the Red Fox Showcase this year.
Absolutely.
Very good game.
High quality game. Try to anticipate
As we say, high quality game.
And
we get
turnover.
a turnover. Wow, great play.
And one.
Count the basket by Cedric Cisse.
And just like that, he's coaching his teammate up, letting them know where to be, how to be, what to do, and what not to. So,
way to use the body on the leg.
Absolutely. And see, a lot of players think that it is just about what I can do with my moves and with my ball. That body, man, it's going to be one of your best assets to help you clear the space. Think about the patented Kobe kickback, or I say Kobe, but it's Jordan.
Thank you.
Kobe, Jordan, they're so interchangeable. You know,
no,
they're practically the same player. But
exactly. Which is why we don't need 2 in the top 10, but I digress.
Oh, Brandon Pearson. But now that kickback move provides that opportunity to get that space in a legal manner. Some may say, it's a cheat, whatever, but it's an effective use within the rules to get yourself that space to get the shot off that you need. Finds the open man. Ooh, with the block.
Way to not give up on the play.
Absolutely. Effort.
2 minutes is still a long time.
And they count the basket.
Damage. Yes, good shot.
Yeah.
Landon Wilson back to
the Zion Cobb is second. Wilson to the line, shooting 1.
Travel. We are at number 9.
Grant Hill drink Sprite.
And Landon just coming from the line rather. He's got 6 points. My 10 is looking real likely at this point.
You're at 9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He wanted that one. He did. Jay Thomas wanted that one. As you hear the fans saying they need some points, although it's a tight matchup, I think defensively they're going to be okay.
And
big number 10.
Let's go, tight ends. Let's go, defense. Let's go, D.
Got a mom right behind us who's enthusiastically clapping for the D, and as you can see, they are responding accordingly. I think that's been one of the things that has allowed Trinity to be able to take advantage of it. The Titans have definitely, got a timeout on the floor.
We had the ball, though. We had the ball.
But yeah, you can see that in this second half and specifically in this fourth quarter, Trinity moving to the trap to prohibit and limit that fast-paced and that fast break play of the Lakewood Gators has definitely worked out in their favor, as we've got a little less than 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter with a score of 51-49 in favor of the Trinity Titans. So yeah, Lakewood is up 51-49.
So that's why we have two heads. Yo. So, I want to see a buzzer beater.
That would be
game on a buzzer beater.
That would be nice to start off this tournament or this exhibition showcase with a nice little buzzer beater. This has been a really great matchup. Two young teams who seem to be growing and going in the right direction.
Definitely don't want nobody to go to overtime. I want all the games to end on time. Start on time, end on time, so we can get out of here.
So they can go ahead on. These guys have been out here playing ball all night last night and coming in today. And one of the things with not having a shot clock in high school, I don't think that they mind the tight defense without having that turnover, because they can literally the entire time go here and just move the ball around and secure a victory.
They don't have to take a shot.
Trinity's going to have to foul or increase the intensity or something here. Try to hopefully get a turnover. Yeah. Coming up on 30 seconds left. That's kind of what you don't want to do, unless you can live with stopping the clock, sending them to the line, making them hit the shots. As we've got number 10, Zion Cobb, headed to the line.
That's a shot you really don't want him to take.
For the opportunity of the three-point play?
Yeah.
The high probability, I got you. So in something like that, maybe 30 seconds in, you want to, at the perimeter, foul them so that I see that. I like that. Misses the first.
So now they have a chance to.
And a minimum tie.
Go White, big step, big step. Let's go, tight end.
So no matter whether he hits it or not, still in one possession, and he does.
So now it's 52-49. 3 point.
Lakewood defensively now. Some are under the school that you would foul. Well, not this much time, but play good defense, and then if it gets down to 5 or less seconds, you go ahead and foul. So they only get the 2 shots. As long as you make sure you foul somebody not shooting. Somebody didn't do something coach wanted over there. So where are you with that to fouling?
As Lakewood?
Yeah, well, yeah, as Lakewood, knowing you're up by 3 here, with as little time as left on the clock, foul them maybe on the inbounds pass before they can get a chance to get a shot, and they just go to the 2. You got possession, and you can kind of, if you can get it in to the other side of the court, you good.
I would rather win by winning other than a chess move. This is not chess.
Everything comes down to chess, bro.
I don't want to win by chess.
Do you play chess?
I have before.
Okay.
Yeah, I have before. I don't want to play chess playing basketball. I want to win by playing defense and blocking shots, or you missing the shot.
Right.
16 seconds left.
Down by 3. They do have a couple of fouls to give too. So even with that, fouling wouldn't send them to the line.
I don't understand that.
Basket by Jay
Giving up the
Thomas.
quick 2.
So now maybe they'll foul.
Timeout Trinity. This is a full timeout.
Trinity just used their last timeout. So Lakewood coming out up by 1. 16 seconds left. What's their strategy? What do they do?
Probably anticipating a foul, so I would have all of my
Top free throw shooters.
Yeah. But your top free throw shooters may not be your best ball handlers, and
Which is essential.
you may get a turnover. So it's more chess moves.
The game you don't like to play.
No, not in basketball.
Not in basketball.
I don't play basketball chess. That's why I could never be like a general. Just shoot everybody. That's what I just
What's the strategy, Jim?
shoot.
Get them all. Definitely a great matchup. 11.3 seconds left. Lakewood Gators up 52-51 over the Trinity Titans. Let's see how they're able to come out. Interesting full court. Got stacked right at half court. Got your big man Squirrell down there at the 3-point line.
And we got a quick foul.
10.1 left. They did have a few
Foul is
to
on
go, so
Landon Wilson, his second, team 7.
heading to the line, shooting a
And
1-1.
Ross going to the line, shooting a 1-1.
Go, big step, White. Big step.
Love to see the interaction between the refs and the
Ooh.
players. Hits the first. Definitely hits the one you want to hit if you're going to miss one, but hopefully
Gregory got to do a better job of boxing out down there. Squirewell got around him real easy.
real easy.
And
That's
that's
a big
first
body,
shot.
though. And knocks the second. Lakewood takes one of their 2 timeouts. The penultimate timeout, if you would.
Timeout Lakewood. This is a 30-second.
Wow, thanks for the definition. Although I've said it plenty of times on my television review show. For all of those that don't know, penultimate just means, what does it mean, Big Cliff? Let us know. Let everybody know what it means.
Go, Titans.
Penultimate is the second to last in a series.
Thank you, Dr. Doolittle.
Let's go.
Are they going to get a chance to get a shot off? Good defense. But if it goes, rims out.
Hey, yo.
After a-
Final Lakewood
54-51.
Lakewood wins. The player of the game is number 24, Miles Squirewell for the Lakewood Gators. With 20 points and 8 rebounds. He is our player of the game for the first game in the 3rd annual Red Fox Showcase. We'll be back to you with the action coming from our second game in just a moment.